Joined back now with our friends Anthony and Seb. Welcome to the show, guys. We're going to get into the weapons. How you guys doing today?
Very good.
Yeah,
Awesome,
and we're going to
thanks.
look at the greatest part of this thing is going to be the ZHANHU,
Yes.
right? Of the new character, the ZHANHU. How do you describe this weapon?
The Shangdao, very specific weapon. It's a very long type of sword.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of importance is on the blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we try to do is work a lot on the steel that's gonna be used for these different types of blades.
Nice.
Right.
So let's dive right into the build because we got a bunch of weapon sets that we get to show here.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
So here we go. So as you see, the big surface, the biggest part of this weapon is the blade itself.
Clearly the blade,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So different types of steel on this one, different grading of steel. Edges are really important. So we try to create a different feeling every time. So you'll see more dull blades, sharper blades.
Yeah.
And then when you look at this blade, another thing that will vary a lot is the shape of it.
Yeah.
All right. So in the modeling, through the modeling, textures will always change from one to the other, but the modeling is an important part of it too.
Yeah, it's the edges and ridges. And
Exactly. Yeah. So defining silhouettes. This is what we try to get every time. We try to work inside of a certain boundary because of the nature of the weapon itself.
Staying true to it as well. Yeah.
Exactly. And inside of those boundaries, we can play around.
right. And how did you go about to reflect the nobility of Sun Dao with this weapon?
Basically through for sure through the materials.
Right.
Yeah. So you have a lot of noble materials that go on this. We try to get something out of the culture as well. So as you'll see, one of them has bamboo. So the green one right there has a bamboo handle on it. Very important material in the Chinese culture.
Yeah. That
colors.
blue blade is beautiful.
Yeah. So balancing the colors, balancing the contrasts, and that idea of nobility through the designs and the pattern work.
Yeah,
So-
I mean that sword with the red handle and the engravings and
This
on
one.
the blade is absolutely gorgeous.
Exactly. So as you can see, we can play a lot with the handles. We can change a lot of the design through that handle itself.
Yeah.
And the guard. So when you look at the guards,
Yeah, different shapes. and
exactly
stuff like
different
that.
shapes.
And the grooves is one thing that I see a lot of, variety within these weapons is that you can really play. And we're seeing a little bit on the right here with the Changdao of the ZHANHU. But this is a beautiful, beautiful weapon. And
Yeah.
even the
Yeah.
tip, I can understand that you guys have certain, not constraints, but you want to stay true to the weapon itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the creativity is within that space. And
That's
you guys
it,
have
yeah.
to tell a story within the weapon. So
Exactly.
it's beautifully done here.
That one on the right is my favorite one. With the wooden handle, that driftwood sculpted, and that goes into that
The Damas blade.
beautiful
Yeah.
Damascus
So very
steel.
nice
Yeah.
one, yeah.
For me, it's the one right next to it on the left. Absolutely beautiful with the finishes and the color, the green color, and
Yeah,
even the
with
kind of
this-
glass finish on the
Yeah,
handle
the,
as well.
Yeah.
the jade looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
with
there.
the scales and the
Exactly. Another thing is, trying to find a good balance because even though you have a big surface, sometimes this one is a smaller surface. How much detail can you put on it and keep a balance for readability?
And you also,
Yeah.
you don't want it to be too loud.
No, exactly.
And people
Not
don't understand.
not on every one of these.
And the main thing here that I see with the last weapon, it's a much more exotic type of
Yeah.
shape, which is so cool.
Exactly.
It's a straight weapon, but even within that, you guys,
Yeah, we can
took
add
the liberty
movement to
there.
it.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a
this
wink
is-
to the flamberge.
There you go. There you go.
And just that silhouette, you look at it from afar, looks like a dragon. It looks organic. It's very different than the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely beautiful weapon set for the ZHANHU.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a look at maybe the other characters? As usual, we have the weapons that are going to be with the title update starting November 7th. So let's take a look at that for each individual character for the Knights, Vikings, Samurai, as well as the other Wulin characters. So we're getting into this beautiful white wall room to take a look.
Welcome to the Matrix.
And let's start off with the Knights here. Obviously,
Right.
taking a look at the Warden. Is there any theme for this weapon set for this season?
No, not this time. So no thematic, no specific thematic for these ones. It's more about creativity,
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
it's always fun as an artist to be creative and
Yeah, of course, to just let loose and get the
Exactly.
ideas flowing.
less restraints, the better. So we had a lot of fun on these ones, working with the materials, working with the shapes, the colors.
So
balancing
Warden,
everything.
Peacekeeper, and now Centurion. What a beautiful blade that is.
Yep.
In a strange
Conqueror.
way, they all
Wow.
look a little bit noble.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
this one looks
Yeah, it's a
little
little
A
creepy.
bit more
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah,
but it
more
does fit
aggressive.
with the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talk about shield bash, eh?
Right.
Very nice.
The
That's a
law
nice
bros
one.
who can finally pony up on their weapons for
Yeah,
real.
that's it.
Yeah, nice colors on these weapons with
Yeah.
blue and the gold. Always a good contrast.
Yeah, it's like a royal
Yeah.
blue here.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah, very regal.
yeah, I like it.
This one takes team color.
Oh.
Some of them will take team color.
Is that marble I see on that?
Yeah,
one?
in the
Wow.
center there. Yeah, it's marble handle.
I absolutely love marble. If you didn't know that, just letting you know. That looks like it hurts.
And you're saying those actually fit team colors?
Some
so
of them,
the blue
yeah.
on the
So-
weapon, the shield will change whether you're attacker or defender?
Not on all of these, but some of them do. Yeah.
Okay, wow, great.
And then finally, of course, with the Year of the Harbinger, we're showing the black priors here. So look at
This
this.
one is great. It's a
blade.
very special blade. There's some negative space in it. The way
Yeah.
it's modeled,
Yeah.
you'll see the empty spaces in there. It gives a lot of contrast to the weapon.
Yeah, that's creepy for sure. I like it. Well, it is Halloween, right?
It is Halloween.
So moving into what I would think is the samurai, as
Samurai.
opposed to the Vikings. But yes, so the
this
kensei.
is the Nodachi.
Ooh, I like this. As a kensei main, I'm very excited for this weapon. Very, very nice. The grooves, yeah, that looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
That'll slice them off. There we go. And then the Orochi.
Orochi, yeah.
So, you
Beautiful.
know, a lot of
yes.
details for such a small surface.
Yeah.
That little monkey up there is pretty cute.
Yeah. and the pearlescence on the handle, that's, was it difficult to achieve that kind of
It,
effect?
it is kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, because you you have to find a way to play with all of your textures to get that effect.
Right.
And the lighting plays a big role on giving that effect too.
And
So
right
it's,
now, looking at the Shigoki, honestly, this is the
Yes.
one weapon where I feel that you guys could really, just have a field day on, because it's such a massive weapon, and it allows for so much room to play with the surface.
Yeah.
And each time, I'm really floored by, and again, this time around.
yeah,
what you
always a
guys can
fun weapon to
Yeah.
work on for
More
sure.
Damascus steel. I love Damascus steel. I hadn't noticed before, but this is.
do.
This
You like
is just
Damascus
gorgeous.
steel, I like marble. What do you like, Anthony? What do
I
you
like the dark steel. Yeah,
Nice.
dark
Yeah,
steel.
steel.
for
dark
sure.
steel
Yeah.
for a more
Yeah.
edgy look. I like
Yeah.
that.
And now going Jade.
Yeah. For the
This
Nobushi,
one, yeah.
Shinobi now.
Fun little weapon. So
The cat and mouse.
cat and mouse.
Yeah.
Cat and mouse idea. It's pretty cool.
Very nice. It's the Tom and Jerry of weapons right there,
Right.
eh?
This one's for the
And now the
Aramusha.
Aramusha, yeah.
And the one thing that I feel, for you guys in terms of artists is that, like, whenever there's a character with two weapons, you guys can kind of do that, two stories within one character.
Yeah.
And I really like to see that kind of yin and yang being played off, which you guys do.
Yeah.
And even when there isn't, we're taking a look at the Masakari for the Hitakiri right now, and there's that duality, and I really, really appreciate those details when you're.
This
when
one
you're
is
telling
great.
two
You see that? Yeah,
stories.
that's the dark steel I was talking about.
Yeah,
I really
beautiful.
love that weapon.
Beautiful.
And
This season, this one is my favorite. So
That axe head is
It's a
so
beautiful
huge,
one.
I thought
Yeah.
it was a shield to first. Like, who is that? Oh, wow.
And so now we're heading into the Vikings. So starting
Yes.
off with the Raider, you guys got a sneak peek at all the other little weapons. But nice little royal blue again with the
Yeah.
gold finish.
the
Just-
bright gem on it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a little bit of punchiness when you see
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that brightness of the
It's
gem.
the kind of the luminosity. Is that a
Yeah,
word?
that is, that is.
All right, great. So yeah, of the gems, it really pops out.
The little
Now,
etched,
Berserker.
the little etched metal there. It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
And for this one here, I feel like it's not the mirror, but like it's kind of like the anti of the weapon that it's mirroring, right?
Mhm,
So
yes,
it's
in the shapes, you'll see it's the same shapes,
Yeah.
just varying the type of metal
yeah,
changes
Yeah.
a lot.
And
beautiful.
this, I love this.
Yeah, look at
It's
this.
the
Yeah.
Celtic wild hunter there.
Very figurative one.
Yeah,
Cernunnos, I think, or something like that.
I
actually.
wish I could fact check you. but I
Right?
can't.
Google it. It's
Yeah.
actually a thing.
Nice. And this is for your warlord.
Yes,
right?
for the warlord. That's,
That's right.
nice.
The aquatic looking.
I
Yeah.
feel, I feel out of all, I know there's no theme, but I really I'm getting the sense of like more royal type of weaponry here.
With
Yeah,
all of the
sure.
weapons,
Yeah.
actually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can interpret it that way for
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Highlander. Beautiful.
This one's actually pretty cool. It's a simple one, but just with the materials,
Yeah.
you get a
Damascus
nice
steel?
feeling of yeah, it's still the Damascus steel.
And then, of course, the Harbinger for the Vikings.
Yes,
the
the
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
Yes. Look at that hammer.
Oh, that looks awesome.
That's hammer time.
Very nice.
And we showed off the ZHANHU, of course, but let's take a look
Right.
at maybe the
rest of the
other.
Woolen.
Yeah,
exactly.
the other woolen.
So this is for the Tiandi.
Yep. Oh,
Very
man.
noble looking weapon.
Yeah, it looks
So-
like an imperial relic.
Yeah.
that-
It's a unified looking weapon, unified colors on it.
And even
Yeah.
the, I
Beautiful
guess it's what I want to call the plume at the bottom. Is just
Mhm.
you have the details on that as well. It's
Yeah.
just insane.
Exactly. We're very happy to make these different every time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of creative process.
Yeah.
And now for the Shaolin, very, very, very pristine staff here.
That's a nice one.
Beautiful.
And being able to mix and match all of those components of the weapons
Yeah.
allows you to create so many different variations. It's-
Exactly. Customization plays a big role with these.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
players will be happy to just
Yeah.
choose a part that they like and
Yeah.
create their own weapon through them.
It's just great news for Honor Fashion. I'll tell you
Right.
that.
Is there a sub for that?
I'm sure there is.
There probably
I'm sure
is.
there is.
If not, get on it, guys.
Yeah, please.
For Honor Fashion.
I'm almost like 100% sure there is.
yeah. All right.
The JJ, of course, to finish it off.
Yes.
But what a beautiful weapon set for all of these characters. Again, this will be available November 7th with the start of Year 3, Season 4 of Sunda, for those of you who may be joining us late. But
Yes.
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.